Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thomas Was Alone. It's been a while since we've had a new video, and I do apologize for that. Work has gotten very busy lately, so that's been sort of keeping me from doing this more as regularly as I would like. So we're back here with Thomas Was Alone, Thomas and the Quadrilateral crew. So we have Laura, and John, and Chris, and Claire, and Sarah's not in this level, and nor is James, but we'll see them soon, I'm sure. Now, the problem with this game is I can't tell where I am. There we go.
They'd been trapped permanently from the moment the clouds ate them. He explained this to the others. It was impossible to gauge their reaction. After all, they were just rectangles.
Oh, silly game. You are silly. It's been a while since I played this game. Actually, that's not true. I did try and record an episode recently, but for whatever reason... Oh, there's an invisible wall there. But for some reason, the audio didn't record, so when I tried to do the video, I recorded about 20 minutes worth of footage. I did 20 minutes worth of the game, and none of my commentary carried over, so it was just me talking to myself for 20 minutes and none of the audio carried, so it just it wouldn't have worked to put up because I would have had to go back over and re-record it myself, but then that wouldn't have made any sense. So doing this instead. Doink, doink. There we go. And I have seen on my side of the page that we do have some new subscribers joining us. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy your stay, and I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and I hope to continue putting out things that you enjoy. And I'll stop saying the word enjoy because it's not that good of a word. It's a good word, but it doesn't really work in the way I'm trying to get it to work. For example, it doesn't work that I'm trying to do this. Here we go. Oh, Chris, you need to move. Chris, buddy, you need to go over there. But yes, we have some new subscribers joining us. Welcome. Oh, can Chris? No, Chris can't get out of there. Just bump him along. And as some of you who have played this game before, if you haven't, I strongly suggest picking it up. I do put the links to the Steam pages and the developer pages for all the games I play in the descriptions. But for those of you who've played this game before, you probably noticed that we are nearing the end of the game so far. I might do the expansion, I'm not positive. I love this level.
Was deflated. She'd not even got close to the fountain. She could tell from the earnest expression on Thomas that the information it had imparted was clearly important.
I love this level so much.
Sarah knew her destiny was now to support him.
Because you see how all the portals are moving around? Oh, bother. All the portals are moving. So there's two different ways you can solve this level. You can have the characters get to where they are now, or where they're to the portals where Sarah is, down here, or where James is, up there. So that's one way of solving, or you can have James on this one down here, to the left, that I can't quite reach. But there's just a couple of different ways of solving this one, and it's a nice change. I think we're going to go with this one this time. And who's next? Who can we move next? John? Let's try and get John where we need him to go. Bother. Yeah, I know I started this series trying to be all philosophical and stuff. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to keep that up, because honestly all the lessons are gone. Apart from the fact that this is the chapter, I feel, where all of the characters really start solidifying their roles in relation to each other. Like Sarah, we just heard, was originally very disappointed that she couldn't get to the Wisdom Fountain, but once she heard how important it was that what Thomas has seen is very important, she's decided, okay, well, my goal isn't that important right now, we gotta do this greater thing, because that's the better goal, that's the better thing to be doing. And over the course of the rest of this chapter, everybody else's characters get to that kind of point, and I love that. I love that. I love that because they're rectangles, they're squares, they're quadrilaterals, but they have so much character to them, and it's just such a wonderfully made game. And the guy who made this, Mike Bithell, I believe he is working on another game. I don't know where that is in development, but he's working on it. And once it comes out, if it comes out, I will definitely see about getting it done for the channel. But for right now, I gotta figure out what I am doing here. This may take a little while. Yeah, I want to get Thomas over to there. No, I want to get Thomas up there. Can I get Thomas up there? No, I can't get Thomas up there. Can I get Thomas up there? I don't know. I may just have to edit this video a lot, because these puzzles kind of get a little bit long. I'll leave in the narration, and, yeah, I'll leave in the narration bits, but because those are the best parts. But if a puzzle starts taking me too long, I'll edit around it. So I'm probably going to cut right here, and come back to it as I solve everything else. So, be back in a bit. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I got everybody in place. Also, before I close this level out, just listen to the bleep bloops. I like that. It's a nice touch that all the different bleep bloops change in pitch as everybody gets into their right place. And another level. This one just with Claire and John and Sarah. So I think Sarah needs to... Yep, Sarah needs to get up here first. Boink. And John needs to get in... Oop, nope. I said John needs to get in. Nope. Never mind. John... Come on. John? Cooperate, man. Come on. I know you can do it. I've seen you do it before. Dude, come on. Dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Bro. Not cool, bro. Bro, not cool, bro.
Claire could not accept that this had all been futile. She was a superhero. There had to be a way. Not for her to get out. Red had been pretty clear on that, but... there must be thousands of other AIs up there, unaware of their situation. Was there a way to help them?
See, and this is where, like, Claire's arc of being a superhero starts coming in, and she starts acting very heroically, or selflessly. So she's, you know, instead of thinking for her friends, she's thinking of all these other characters, all these other AIs who haven't been seen but can be saved. I love that. And every other character gets their own little moment of self-realization. It's such a nice touch. This is actually going to be one of the most heavily edited videos I do for a while, just for the sake of sheer time. Oh, bother. Sarah? Sorry. I didn't mean to. Can Sarah make it on her own? Oh, not quite. Alright, Claire, come on back. We need you to act as a landing pad. Doing, doing. Ooh, on the edge. Yeah. Clutch. And Claire, come on. And just you guys switch places. And I said you guys switch places. This series is sort of run out on life lessons, but oh well, what are you gonna do? 7-4. Oh, this one's weird.
Led his friends to the creation matrix, the system which generated the worlds up above. He had a plan. They were going to redesign the world.
This is a new mechanic that's introduced, where all of the
world to suit them.
Where this little cube thing, you have to it's basically just get the ball in the hole kind of goal, but you have to move it using the physics of the characters. So Sarah's the only one who can get it up here because she can double jump. However, timing it right and angling it right is a bit of a challenge. There we go. And Sarah can get it up here. that Sarah can get it. There we go. And Chris, can you get up? No. So we need to bring Thomas down. So Chris can... Sarah, we're gonna need you too. Come on. Chris, I love you, man, but sometimes, man, just a little bit too useless. Well, that's rude. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's uncalled for, Chris. You're very helpful. You have your skills, and they are helpful where useful. But in that particular instance, it's kind of not your strongest moment.
Chris was skeptical.
See?
He knew his abilities would be of no use to anyone, but Laura smiled at him. And immediately, he knew he had to do everything he could to help them get there.
Nice. So even Chris has a change of heart. Grumpy Chris. Grumpy Pants Chris. Who didn't want to get along with anyone. He is now friends with people. Well, I say people, I mean other quadrilaterals. And this is one of those levels where every character has their own specific spot in the puzzle to do. Every character has their own thing that they have to do to solve the puzzle. So here, Chris can pop the light square. Ooh, nice shot there, Chris. Chris can pop the light square on there. Claire comes down here to open the door for John up top, I believe. Yep. And then John bounces off of Laura. And I think it's just we need to get Chris and Thomas into their respective homes. Oh, and Claire too. Sorry, Claire. We didn't forget about you. There we go. And we're at 7-6? Yeah, 7-6. Cool. And this one's just for the girls. Doing, doing. And this is a fun one, because parts of the level you can do with Sarah by herself, just jumping across, or bouncing off of Laura. But Laura can just slide along under.
Laura,
so they cooperate where they need to.
Special. She understood that now. She was created to help others. If her bounce could be passed on, then this would all have been worthwhile.
And Laura, who used to be this nervous, anxious, doesn't want to show off, wallflower kind of girl, is now, wait, I am special. This is something I can do. This is something I can use to help people. And that's fantastic. I love that. Just everybody gets to have that moment of, wait, all of our abilities, when combined, can form Captain Planet. I mean, oh hush, it was an opportunity to make that joke. 7-7. Yeah, and this is another one where all the AIs have their own little steps to take.
He was sick of these contrived spaces, these intentionally obtuse paths and puzzles.
Oh, Thomas.
He'd do things differently. He'd empower the AIs above.
Yeah. Go, Thomas. You the leader. You the man, Thomas. Manpower. Now this one, I think Laura can make this jump? Yeah, she can. Girl power. Doink. And everybody in. Quick, nice, quick, easy level. This is going to be a rather short episode, except for the very last level, which I'm going to just skip entirely. We're doing on video, because I'm sorry, it just takes way too long to do. And I don't think I have the hard drive space or the patience to do it on camera, as much as I love you guys, and I'm very happy that you're here and watching the show and supporting. Oh, and also do share with your friends if you are enjoying the show so far, and if you think they would as well. Plugs. How do they work? But that's just one level that just frustrates me to no end, and I'm sorry, but I cannot do it on camera. It will just be me just going, "Erg! Why didn't I time that right?" Or "Why did I do it in this order?" And it's just that's how that's gonna work.
Massive jumps were dwarfed by Sarah. For the first time in his life, he felt humbled not as good as someone else. He realized that he wanted to make every AI up there feel as heroic as he had.
One complaint I may have, I have very few complaints about this game, and I've voiced a few of them, I'm sure, but one of the few I have is, as much as I love that every character gets their own little moment here, it's a little bit hurried. Like, everybody's moment, everybody's change in character arc is a little bit quick, but only a little, because it's a short game. I'll do this level, and then I'll get to the narration of the next one, and then I'll cut, because that level is just so frustrating.
But he realized now that everyone else was too. They were a crew of weirdos. Weirdness that would save all the normals up above. The other AIs would escape them. It would all be down to 7 rectangles with very different relationships to gravity.
Oh, James. I think this is what... Yeah, I need to get Thomas down here, so Claire can drop down and get to her goal. And also so Thomas can jump back up. Quickly! Nice. And Thomas is in the hole. Claire's in the hole. Now let's get John and Chris over. And Chris. John, you just hop over quickly. And Chris, you jump up onto that. And I think it's just a matter of getting the girls in place. So which one's Sarah? There we go. Yeah, I'll just get to the narration of this one, because this level is just so very frustrating.
Thomas knew he'd never meet Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
He'd never get to visit Gotham City or eat at movies. It didn't matter. If he and his friends jumped
Thomas.
into the creation matrix, they could give everyone else in the simulation.
You and your selfless friends. Well, that's all I'm going to do for today, because this level is... It's not so much that it's long, it's just very frustrating, because you got to get everybody across the water here. Well, everybody across this little bit of water, and then down and into their hole. Yeah, you got to get that with everybody, and it basically becomes a giant version of that logic puzzle where you have 3 people trying to cross the river at the same time and only 2 can fit in a boat. It's a much bigger version of that with 7 people, all with different rules of things they have to obey. So it's very frustrating, and I don't want to have to share it. I don't want to have to vent my frustration on you guys. So I'll just cut it here. I'll solve this problem off camera. If you want me to show you how to do it, I'll do it as a bonus, but it's just way too frustrating for me to try and do on camera. It takes too long. So from Thomas and James and Sarah, I wonder if her name is Sarah Jane, and Laura, John, Chris, who can't jump because Sarah's on his head, Chris, and Claire. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week with more Thomas Was Alone. We're getting near to the end of the game. I have some ideas for the follow-up after this, but I'll share those with you once I have it more solidified. But until then, see you next time. Bye!